Well, you're probably tired of seeing pictures of my face like this, but there's really nothing to look at today because it's kind of rainy and we're socked in. It's not actually raining hard right now, it's just misty. But the rain covers keep us dry from the outside, although we're sweating on the inside. But it does keep heat in, so that's kind of cool. I've just got on a thin shirt underneath this and my rain jacket, and when I'm in motion, then I'm pretty warm. I've got on my rain pants as well and shorts underneath that. I could actually have just done without the shorts today probably and been more comfortable. And that way I would have had something dry when I got to camp tonight. Not the smartest move ever, but it's one of those things that you do when you're out here is you learn a lot. And we have been so blessed in so many ways to meet good people. You know, that's one of the things that we were most looking forward to on coming out on this trip is all the neat people that you meet. You know, everybody that's here with us right now has done everything that we have done to this point. They've walked up every mountain, they've walked down every mountain, they've slipped in every mud hole. So it's really kind of cool how everybody is supporting everybody. And that's one of the things that I think society could take a lesson from. And that's one thing I hope I'll take back with me from the trail is to always be out there and be a supporter and find ways to be helpful to others. So we are trying to make a shelter for lunch today, and we're going to try to get indoors one more night. We're going to get really spoiled here early on of trying to get indoors, but we know we've got some really cold weather coming, so if we can get indoors and rest some and get our stuff dry and get another couple of days up the trail, then we will probably take a zero over the weekend sometime. That's our plan anyway, is to zero over this really cold weather that's coming. We're going to have some temperatures, lows in the teens, highs in the low 30s a couple of days. So if we can avoid that by timing a zero perfectly, then we are by all means going to do that, and we'll leave the really horrid weather to the Smoky Mountains. And up there we're going to have to just deal with what we got because there's not much of a way to do anything otherwise when you're going through the Smokies. So this is kind of what we got today, and thank you guys for following along. We'll touch back with you a little bit later on. Something that we found along the way. I don't know whether that's all rainwater or whether that's a natural spring, or could be some of both, I suppose. Kind of cool. Thought we'd share it with you. So this is kind of neat. These are all rocks, moss-covered rocks that we're kind of going up and over and around. I'm letting Gavin kind of go up right now. We're at the end of a really hard day. I guess not so hard actually, as much as it has just been a very long day of traveling. This has been our longest day, and I'll have to check in later to see what our mileage has been. But we were going to go to a hostel and decided it was 1.5 miles off the trail downhill, which means 1.5 uphill tomorrow. Looked pretty steep. Or we could go 1.5 miles on the trail straight on up the road and be at a shelter. So we hope that Red doesn't get really disappointed, but we opted to go to the shelter. So we're gonna head on down the road. Well, this is the end of day 6, and it didn't really end the way that we thought that it was going to. We had planned to meet up with a friend that we made along the trail. His name is Red. We had planned to meet up with him at a hostel, but turns out when we got to the side trail to the hostel, it was 1.5 miles down to the hostel, and then it would be 1.5 miles straight back up tomorrow. We got to looking at our guidebook and realized, well, if we go 1.5 miles straight on up the trail, we'll be at a shelter, and that's actually what we wound up doing. So Hope Red has no hard feelings to us. And I've texted with him and told him that if we put him out for a cabin tonight, that we'd make up the cost sometime later on down the trail. We'll try to meet up with him probably in 2 days' time at Top of Georgia Hostel, which is a place that we had planned to stay anyway. So anyway, this is the tent view with the red light on so that night vision doesn't get boogered up. When we got to the shelter tonight, it was actually full up, so we pitched our tents, which suits me just fine. That's what I had planned to do anyway. I sleep pretty well here, so I'm situated and got ready to check the guidebook for tomorrow and see how far we're going. And I'm really, really, really proud of Gavin today. He did an incredible job. We hiked 12 miles today, and this is as much as our farthest day. I think we've been doing about 8 most of the time. And he really put in the afterburners today, and he really kicked butt and really moved us along the trail. I usually let Gavin lead because he's got a pretty good pace when he gets going. If I lead, I wind up leaving him behind, but he's doing a really good job, so I'm really, really proud of him. And he's in the bed already and mostly asleep, and he deserves it because he's really done an excellent job today. So I'm going to sign out for tonight, but I wanted you guys to have a wrap-up video, and I'll sort of show you around the inside of my tent later on sometime when we've got some more light. Have a good evening.